stole the glasses too.
Yeah, they gave me the glasses for the record. I didn't steal them.
Oh, okay, cool. 'Cause I stole 3 pair.
Oh, okay. Hey, you do you. They gave them to me, though.
That's like a thing I do at street festivals. Is I take one of every color.
You probably got quite the collection then.
I match them with my clothes.
That's stylish. I respect that. My shoes don't match my clothes, but I like it that way. I like a little bit of contrast instead.
For those that can't see right now, Julius is wearing bright blue shoes. You could get it up. You're a pro wrestler.
There you go. I'm not the most flexible, but I gave it a shot for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Nick Hausman here, House of Wrestling, live at the Royal Rumble. We just kind of rolled all into it there. I am joined, of course, right now by Julius Creed. Julius, man, you are a breakout star right now. I know that you and your brother are already making waves on the main roster, but a lot of people, kind of like Montez Ford, see you as somebody down the road that could be a huge singles breakout star in the WWE. How do you feel when you hear things like that?
I think, singles competition's super interesting. We competed in amateur wrestling from the time that we were 3 years old until we were 25. So for 22 years, we got the opportunity to be out there and be the focal point and have our brother cheering for us or coaching for us out of the corner. So it's been a really, really fun opportunity and experience to get to share the competition circle with them and to get to work with them. I look at my brother as one of the very best guys, not only on Raw, not only when we were in NXT, but in the entire business as a whole. And I'm sure he's going to have a lot of success when that time comes. I think I'm going to have a lot of success when that time comes. But for now, we're really enjoying getting to share that experience together. And then when we've accomplished everything there is to accomplish, maybe we'll explore that as an individual round. But right now, there's a lot more in tag team action to accomplish.
I was about to say, man, I know I'm putting the cart before the horse. You guys literally just showed up on the main roster. You're already going for the WWE Tag Team titles. First of all, how does it feel to be pushed into a slot like that where you're already in the tag team main event picture?
Yeah, I think we've earned it. We've earned it through a lifetime of work. We didn't necessarily come up on the indies like a lot of people, but like I said, from the time we were 6 weeks old, we were sleeping on a wrestling mat. Every single decision in our lives have been made to be the best version of ourselves. College wrestling's no joke, and we went through that grind. I went through the international grind, the Olympic grind, the world level grind, and all those things coming together in culmination has kind of prepared us for this moment. And, he's gotten his moment where he got to run and jump in his coach's arms, and they're crying and they're happy. I've had my moments in my lifetime, but we've never got to share that moment together. So that'll be a real fun thing to share when that moment comes, and we're looking forward to that.
You talk about your amateur background. You guys got a chance to go through NXT, really learn that WWE style down there. What was the most difficult part for you of learning how to be a pro wrestler as opposed to being an amateur wrestler?
Man, that's a good question. I think in college wrestling, there's right and wrong, and there is things that score points and things that don't score points. And in the professional wrestling world, there isn't necessarily right and wrong. There's right and more right. There's right and less right, but there's no right and wrong for the most part. So it's trusting your gut instinct when you have a feel for something, being willing to try, being willing to fail, and being willing to try to make something work is probably the biggest difference. It's just a different world. It truly is. You had a coach tell you, hey, that's not going to work or that is going to work. Where then in NXT, it was like, that might work, give it a shot. And you got to be willing to say, yeah, I do think this is going to work, or I don't think this is going to work, or this is going to work. And then you go out there and you try it, and no, that's not going to work. And that's probably the biggest difference. And it's a fun challenge, though. It's a really fun challenge.
So talk to me a little bit about the move to the main roster. Did you see it coming? Did you think that after you got called up to work on Raw that you'd be staying on Raw? Like, how has this transition been for you?
Man, when I first talked to my brother about coming down here, I had signed my contract. I tried out a while ago, and I said, give me 3 years. Give me 3 years, and I will get us to the main roster. I didn't realize how much he was going to have to do his part. I literally thought I could throw him on my back and carry him up here. But he grew as a performer. He's grown as a person. I'm so proud of the person he is today, and he's definitely carried his weight and then some to get us up there. Naively, we thought we were ready right out of the jump. We thought it was going to happen. You always have these dreams of grandeur where, man, we've been brothers for 20-something years. We're going to be great at this. We're going to win the tag titles within a week. We're going to be the face of this. We're going to take over the world. And then when it doesn't come right away, you start questioning yourself. Then you got to reinvent yourself. You got to grow. You got to get better. And that cycle started repeating. And finally, I just talked to Shawn Michaels. I'm like, man, what do we got to do? He said, just keep focused on yourself. Focused on you guys as performers, as individuals, as talent, and continue to shore up all the holes in your game. And then when that moment comes, you'll be able to seize that moment. And you know, Chad Gable threw out the open challenge for Alpha Academy, and that was the window we needed. We climbed through that window, and we took over the house. So it was not expected, but it was much needed and much appreciated.
Well, all right, last question here. You know, you talk about Alpha Academy. You got Street Profits out there. You guys. I think it's like 16 credible tag teams right now in the WWE Tag Team division. Pretty flush, but only one set of tag team titles. Now, would you like to see the Raw and SmackDown titles split, or do you like the idea of having unified WWE Tag Team titles?
I don't think it matters. As long as we've got them, it doesn't matter. So I guess the answer is the Creed brothers want them. Other than that, it doesn't matter who's got them. It doesn't matter if they're together, if they're separate. Creed brothers want them.
Awesome. Julius, thank you so much.